Just a few questions, but to start, obviously, like, you guys were in the locker room for a while after that game. What was said? What was the message? Who all spoke up?
Yeah, I mean, we obviously, this has been going on for a few games. We haven't started off well, so we just had a team meeting, so.
What, do you feel like the way that the game started, and especially maybe Sandy and Sabrina,
Yeah.
the way that the game started, was that more of like an indictment on like the players and what type of effort was put, or was it on like the coaching staff and preparing the team for this game?
Yeah. I mean, it's never on the coaching staff, right? Like, we're the ones that go out and play. So, I mean, we're a team full of leaders that are always going to take accountability for the way that we come out. And, I mean, I think we were just kind of passive, waiting to see what they were going to do instead of being able to be on our front foot and in attack mode. And I think it's kind of a game we can use to learn about what happens when we come out that passive and just kind of rushed, like not being able to trust our offense and defense, and we just got to use it to propel us forward.
Hey, Sandy, so second straight game over 30 points alone in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Spots at 36, and I believe Dallas at 31. Just from the film last game and tonight, what you've seen that's kind of.
Oh, it's an effort thing. It's just our, how we come out of the gate, and we're not competing at a high level, and we've got to get back to playing what we know we're capable of, like in the second half. But we can't. I don't know. Complacency. They're on a back-to-back, so there's no excuse. So we've got to dig a little bit deeper, and we have to take a little bit more pride in the defensive area. It doesn't matter that we have players out; everyone does. So we've just got to be more committed to that side of the ball, and not allow our offense dictate our defense.
JJ, I mean, to be down 30 points is the biggest deficit you guys have dug yourselves in this season. And we've seen like secondhand comebacks from this team, but I guess how do you describe the first 25 minutes of this game? Is it embarrassing? Is it frustrating? What word would you use?
All of those words you just used. Embarrassing, frustrating, a bit disappointing because we know the level of play that we hold ourselves to and the caliber of play that we played at in the past. Just like Sabrina said, use it as a learning opportunity and come out the next game and not do it because it's been happening for a few games now.
You talked about the first 25 minutes, but the fourth quarter was a big push. I mean, is there any positive you take from that, or?
Yeah, a little bit too late. We did it in the second half yesterday too, but I thought our defense, the fourth quarter came back. We went to a zone. We got connected. We made our defense, created our offense, and we started making plays. We're sharing it, and we were helping each other. You could feel a connection.
We'll go to Zoom with Miles.
Hey, Jonquel. In that first half, the Wings outscored you guys 34-12 in the paint. What were you seeing in terms of defensive rotations? And then on offense, what were some of the struggles of just getting the ball into the paint?
I think they kind of, picked on our pick and roll defense and kind of exploited us there. So I think just having everybody kind of rotating over and, just being locked in on what's happening on the ball and then just kind of forcing everything else out is going to be like a really big point of emphasis for us. But just altogether, it's just more effort. I think it is really nothing that they did. It's just the way that we came out, and we can be better with that.
Jackie?
Hi, all. First for Sandy, I guess, how much do you think the Wings' smaller lineup, starting Haley Jones at the 4 along with Geisel Soder, really disrupted the team and the matchups on the floor to begin the game?
Yeah, I mean, we had, of course, we thought they were starting their big lineup. We obviously made a quick adjustment early and because of Haley Jones, and she was hurting us everywhere. But they were just exploiting, us on post-ups, and we had no resistance. And, you saw it, we just weren't really connected. We didn't get any kills, which is 3 consecutive stops in a row in the whole half. And that shows we're on our back foot. We weren't as connected as we want to. So And it really just starts with the effort. If you're not competing hard and you're on the same page, and making sure that we trust each other through the, in those moments, I felt like, when JJ spoke about it, we felt like a little bit more on an island, and we went away from how we want to play, and there was not enough communication. So they're all things that we can, we can change with just a little bit more. It starts with the effort and having a little more heart.
For sure. And Sabrina, for you, obviously this was the first game that Stewie was out for the whole game. She's a leader on this team in addition to the two of you. I guess I'm sure it was hard for her to watch the game. What were some of her observations either during halftime or during the team meeting you just sort of had? What was her message?
I mean, I think it's kind of the message that we all had, which was just understanding the urgency we need to play with, and kind of knowing no one feels bad for us that we're down so many people. And I think that's something we all understand. We just have to come out with a little bit more purpose. And obviously we're kind of getting tested now, especially defensively. Like, they brought JJ up in a lot of pick and rolls. We don't have anyone at the rim to be able to contest like JJ does, and usually we have Stewie. And so I think it's just understanding, like, when people are down, we need everyone to just do a little bit more and be a little bit more intentional with how we start, and we have enough in that locker room. And so I think that's something that we really talked about, is just continuing to stay together and weather the storm of this adversity that we're facing now, because it's going to pay off.
We'll go to Jeff and finish with Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, all. Sorry, don't go your way tonight. My question's for Jonquel. What has gone wrong defensively over these last two games that can't be solved by simply reinserting Breanna, Kennedy, Burke, and the Arasabali? Appreciate your time and insight.
It's the energy, honestly. Like, no matter who we have that's out right now with injuries, we have to make sure our energy, our effort, regardless of what's going on the court, is consistent. And right now it's not consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, everything else we can keep talking about, but we got to have that energy and that level of consistency.
Ben?
Just for, I guess, Sandy, was your message at halftime any different than your message post-game?
Yes. Yes. It was. That was in ugly first half, so it was a pretty obvious message. And it wasn't about scheming and anything. We just know we didn't play well, so what are we going to do about it? And they did. But, we can't be happy that we got it back to 6.
Ben?
Just really quick, since you're not practicing tomorrow. Minnesota's obviously on Wednesday. Sabrina, you talked about this being like a learning lesson in a lot of ways, but is this also just a wake-up call, knowing that the next team you're playing is the number 1 team in the league right now, and Nafis has been playing great and everything?
No, I mean, we got to focus on ourselves. We shouldn't be playing any differently because of who we're matched up with, what their record is, how talented they are. There's not really any excuse for the way we come out. Like, we need to value every single game. The regular season's like almost over, I feel like, in the blink of an eye, and can't let any of these opportunities pass us by with the players that we have in this locker room. And so for us, it's a game that we got to be able to talk about what we want to fix and be able to go out there and do it. And it's us versus us. We have to be the best that we can be, and obviously we're going to get tested, and we know that. But any team can beat anyone in this league. I think we were able to see that tonight.